Bengals. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Conner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll go down as a loss of 8, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Black 30. In your face.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Grant. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Black 20.
They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And Eifert has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Cincinnati. 3 down. Mike 5-5.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Lucky.
Another try after the first down sack. Taylor. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making. That he's into the clear. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Black 80. 57 to Mike. Man out. Black and third.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger complete. It's Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. On first down, Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Corey Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They go play action with Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
54. Hey, dude. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
All day, all day. No spacing.
They will run with Grant. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop.
It's now 3rd and 8.
go, here we go. 230. 54 Mike. Here we go. Black, what's that? Black, what's that?
On third down, Roethlisberger. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Back.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to air it out deep for Green. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. They'll let Mixon try to run it in, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
These two.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go back to Grant. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he cuts it right sideline. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of...
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Check 55, come on. Check 55, come on.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And a catch good. It's Eifert. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Taylor on third down, throws incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They run for it with Mixon. And some room to maneuver. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. On first down, Grant. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And now look at him go. The 40. The 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Corey Grant, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen.
Yeah, let's get second.
From the gun, Taylor. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's Taylor, operating from the gun. And that's complete. It's Green here. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Taylor nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. To throw is Taylor. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Here's Grant. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. Grant. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, here we go. Block 80! Alert, alert! Block, I said! Block, I said!
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The